morning, friends. Happy Monday. Today's an exciting day. I've got lots of show and tell. First up, the ponies are going home today to Corinne. We're just about to go out in about half an hour to meet her at our local Westfield. And she's going to give me cash. And guess what I'm going to do with the cash? Spotlight's having a sale, 50% off. So we're going to go buy stuff. So we'll probably have a haul video. Yay, so that'll be an easy video to pop in. So let me show you the horsies. Last view of the horsies. So Baccarat, I finished the embroidery. So Baccarat's like this, he's like that white beigey colour. And then he just has a couple of stripes in his fur. He's got black hair, a little bit of white on the tail, and he had just this little bit of white on his foot. So that's the last view of Baccarat, who is a boy. And Baccarat's still living, so one of the girls rides him regularly. And then Champagne was the horse that passed away. Champagne is a girl. So this is Champagne. And I do want to try, Champagne had all these white spots. So that's why Champagne's legs ended up longer, because I needed enough room to put the white and a bit of black as well. But we will make some more actual unicorns to sell to put on the website. So there they are, last look. I think they turned out pretty cute anyway. They're a little bit different to each other, but they represent the horses. So I've just popped them in this big recycled gift bag. We'll put them back. So we're about to go do that, and I thought I'd just start the vlog so I can show you the ponies before we go. Now, I have finished the hedgehog video, and in the hedgehog video I made these two little guys, so that I could like recount the beads, see how I did it, all that stuff. So that video is going up today. As soon as we get home, I just got to film an outro with like the Willet Market part, how much it cost for everything. So we did that. So that's 2 videos we're going to have straight up. Last week I did not get all the videos done. I watched the vlog back and I was like, oh, I'm not sure if the vlog was very interesting, but thank you for everyone who keeps watching. The point of the vlogs is to get like, well, show you what I'm doing, which might interest people, but also, you know, get people who just regularly know I'm going to post that video. They come back and check. So I don't do like a lot of search queries in it. I just write Crochet Studio Vlog. Oh, I did forget. I was putting Australian crocheters so other Australian crocheters could find me in search. So those 2 are the search terms, but otherwise I don't write anything else because I'm expecting subscribers who like the videos to come back and check if they're up. So they will always be up every week. If they're not going to be up at all, I will put a community post, but I don't see why not, because I always film something and I edit it as I go, which is how I get it up. But I had that last little bit to edit, which was making the garlic bread. So I'll pop that in today at some point. Now, I'm doing the stuff for the free Instagram challenge, and then I often wake up early at like, I don't know, something stupid like 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. and I can't go back to sleep, so I get on Pinterest and it's my best idea time. So while I was doing that, I came across quite a lot of patterns that are like the childcare activity crossover crochet. And I thought, because I was going to do, I said way back, my main business was going to be the educational digital downloads and like group time resources, little Cricut made group time resources. So I think I still will do that, but my problem is I couldn't source stiff felt from anywhere, not even from Temu. All the felt is like quite flimsy, but I think I might still do it and make them out of foam, which I don't see why that would be a problem. So also I thought I could go into you know, crochet activities. So I found all these things that were crochet activities. So after I do all my free patterns for the Instagram challenge, because I was tagged by Tammy Crafty Mompreneur, which is really exciting, I haven't seen a big uptake in anyone coming to check out my channel. But if you are here from there, please comment. so I know, but I'm still going to do that first while that trend is kind of fresh. But so I did find this is a free pattern, and I will link it. And when I found it, I was like, oh, this is something that we really need in childcare. And actually in our kindy class, we assess for this, but we don't really have any activities for this, which is just wild to me. So I thought I could make some samples, and then I'm going to email all the local centres, plus my own. Like, I'll ask the big boss, and I'm sure that she will support me, because when I quit my job, I said it was to do this business. So that will like further, you know, solidify that, even though I'm back at that job. So these are crochet paper chains, and so on the weekend I just wanted to do something simple, and I'm like, they're just half double crochet for a certain amount of rows, and then you leave a buttonhole and you sew a button at the end. And I'll put the picture here. It's a really beautiful picture. So that too, like if I see the Pinterest picture, and well, that's what made me click, and I thought I can copy that for my listing, as in copy what it looks like with my stuff. And so something we don't have is button practice. Like, there's just not a lot of resources for button practice. So there you go. So you can just tie them like that, and then you slip the other one in, and oh, it's got to go the other way, and off you go, and you make a paper chain. So it really helps with the, you know, the threading, dexterity, coordination, and most of all the buttonholes. So when we do that little assessment on the kindergarten children, we're like, can you do up buttons? Half the time we don't know, because we don't have it as an activity. A lot of the time they're just wearing shirts that they take off, so we know, yes, can you take off your own jumper or not? The shoes don't have buttons, so yeah, we don't actually know. So yeah, super cute. So what I've been doing is making one in every single color that I have. I had this huge thing of buttons that I needed to get through, and so I can still use the smaller buttons, and of course we would say 0 to 3 choking hazard, but I've sewn them on pretty good. But they would be for kindergarten room, which is like 4 to 5 years old, or 3 to 5. And so anyway, we could use the smaller ones, would be harder for the children to do. So you could do different levels of difficulty with them, which I love for like inclusion stuff. That's, you know, my jam. Like, gradually start off very easy, so it's easy to achieve, and then you gradually get harder. So these are all the ones that I felt like I had a button for, and I love that all the buttons are unique. So this is like a glitter yarn, and it's got little bits of glitter in it. This one just fit. And so on the listing, she does a set of 16. This one didn't really go, but it's kind of cool, like the green and the green. What do we got here? Just the plain. This is actually supposed to go that way, but it was more pink, so I thought that looked more peachy. So when we go to Spotlight, we've got to check out the buttons as well. I love this one. So this is what I used on the hedgehogs. It's called a Hessian in the Flinders Shine, which is their sparkle yarn. It's all cotton. And that's what I used on my hedgehogs. So I do have another thing of that. So yeah, and I found this beautiful like soft pink pearlescent button. What else did I do? Oh, this is a glitter pink, and I found a glitter button. See if can we see? There. It's glittery. And I just sewed them on with embroidery thread, so when you tie that knot in the back, I don't think that's coming off, unless they actually cut it. But you always supervise children. We do let them have marbles, buttons, small things, but we supervise them. If we have children that put things up their nose and in their throat, we don't have those activities. And I always explain to the children, I'm like, do not put these in your mouth, because what happens, what size is this? That'll get stuck in your throat. Can't breathe, very scary. That's all I say. They're like, okay. So this is a smaller button. This is like the really beautiful periwinkle blue. And then I did all these that I don't really have buttons for. So as I say, I want to do one in every color. Then I want to group them together and see what am I going to do in the 16 sets, take photos of them, pitch them to childcare centres. They take 20 minutes per one strip. I think it's 25 including putting on the button and weaving in the ends. And so I worked out with ChatGPT that I would sell them, they are worth $180 for the set. And kindergarten classes get funding. I believe they get like $3,000 per quarter. So, and also owners aren't afraid to spend money on resources that will last, sustainable, vegan. Yeah. I just saw something pop up on my phone. So then we did this purple glitter. We've got a deep red. Then we got a bright red. A brown. This is called terracotta. Deep purple. Glitter green. This is like called sea mist or sea foam or something like that. And a beautiful midnight blue. And I'm up to grey. So that's my little mindless thing. So I won't be working on that until I'm ready to just not be doing anything else. I started preparing, sorry, I'm just picking up threads while I'm talking. I started preparing the hallway. I've had some ideas how I can rearrange some furniture, get the website station up and going, so we can take photos of stuff. So that's that. But today we will finish that. Oh, I got another one. Oh, and I put a button on it too. So this is, I didn't love this yarn as much. It's a little more squishy, but it doesn't matter. And I put a purple button on. This is like these Abbey Road Sunshine Cottons. It was one of those. But it's one that's out of stock now. So I know that there is a purple in the Flinders. So I think I will, I'll make one with that. And then, yeah, I'll find some mixed buttons that have like darker colours. So that's that. And so as I use the colours, I'm just putting them into a baggie. So I know I've already used it. I do have doubles of some of them. But I know there's, so like I've got the mustard yellow colour. I'm pretty sure there's a plain mustard, that's the sparkle. I need the plain mustard. I need the lilac purple. I think that's all I can think of that I need. I do have white. I do have the Hessian colour without sparkles. I've got a dark grey somewhere. I've got the yellow somewhere in a bag that I bought it and I don't know where it is. So I did go through this room thoroughly last week, but there was like bags I didn't go through. We went to the doctor Friday. I was so tired on the weekend. I'm still a bit tired. We went to the doctor. It's like a sit and wait because I couldn't get into one where you just book. And we were there for 3 hours waiting. And I said to the doctor, you know, I give Lucy allergy tablets, prednisone, and her cough is still getting worse. And, you know, I usually find when it's like this that she'll need antibiotics. But he didn't want to give me antibiotics, so he gave me a nose spray. And then she didn't like the thought of the nose spray, which I totally understand. And I couldn't convince her to take it, but it's just a second steroid. So he's got her on like 25 milligrams of prednisone. He's like, just do that for 3 days and the nose spray and you'll be right. And I'm like, well, okay. So I don't doubt that we'll have to go back and get antibiotics after we finish all of that. So I think I'm just going to finish the prednisone 25 milligrams. I'll wean her down to 5 twice a day again, and then we'll go back. We'll see how she is. Just got to keep an eye on the time so we can get going to the shops. So yeah, I just confirmed with Corinne that that's all good. We'll meet her there because last I spoke to her was Thursday, so that was fine. Yeah, so we had a really late night Friday, and yeah, had KFC for tea and stuff, and I was just exhausted. So Saturday I didn't do much. And Sunday I did all those strips, and then I was like, I haven't put up the vlog. So yeah, that's our plans for today. you know, we're still working on this website. Every week I'm like, I want to get it up this week, and then I don't. But we've got all the stuff out to make amigurumi sticks. Oh, that's right. All day Saturday, Lucy was just wanting to craft, which is really great, but I was very tired. And so we ended up making this little axolotl keychain. So she was really good about threading on the beads this time, because before she was like, I'm really frustrated, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, meh, meh, meh. So, but also with her not feeling well, like she seems totally fine, but she gets very tired about 2 hours before bedtime, and she gets very cranky. So I'm like, you're very tired, that's why you're cranky, we just need to get through 2 hours. She's like, I don't want to do anything, me. So yeah, that's why I think she's not actually getting any better. The steroids are just keeping everything down. Here's another little drawing that she did. Oh, I'm like, what's it say? It says, I like the name Lucy. How cute. That's a drawing she did do. But yeah, the axolotl turned out really cool. That's the other thing I was going to say. I keep getting distracted because I was watching a video of someone making those old school like beaded pets, and that's what I was like, oh, that's a perfect idea. I was like, oh my god, I can make those too. I was like, no, we've got to finish stuff. But then I thought of another idea for a video. So I'm not diagnosed, but we're pretty sure I could have autism and ADHD together. And there's a couple of things I do, and especially because I work in inclusion and helping children with disability, in particular autism, I always say be able to give you skills so you can do it by yourself. Instead of making, like we do make allowances, but we want you to be able to live in the real world by yourself without having to have all the crutches. We start with the crutches and we slowly take them away. So I talked to ChatGPT and I was like, these are the ways that I use autism traits and ADHD traits to stay focused, or as focused as I can, because even though I'm a little scatterbrained and I don't get things done on time, we're still getting a lot achieved. I mean, like in February I got I think it was a short done every day and the 3 videos per week, and I'm always aiming for that, and some weeks I get it and some weeks I don't, but I'm very kind to myself because I don't want to put crap videos out. So I didn't want to rush the hedgehog video and put a crap video out. So anyway, that's another video idea coming up. So we wrote a script so I could get all my thoughts together, say what the actual techniques are, and maybe while I'm like setting up the, like doing different things during the day, I can film some B-roll for that video of how I do stuff. So that's another idea. So I think that's everything for now. I've said so a lot, and I'm sorry, I probably won't be able to cut it all out, but the vlogs are the most authentic me. You're not going to get a heap of edits. It's just, you know, this is it. So oh, that's the other thing. Our washing machine died. So the washing machine, it was just wet underneath, but it finished the cycle. I was like, that's weird. And I asked ChatGPT, what would this be? I've got to check the time. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. I said, what would this be? And I've checked all around, like it didn't come back out the drain pipe. It didn't come out from underneath the laundry sink. It seems to have come from the back and underneath. And it didn't come from the door because it's a front loader. And it's a very good, expensive one. And thanks to my partner. And so ChatGPT said turn it off, because it could be like a computer program. So if you turn it off at the wall, unplug it, it might reset it. And so I did that, and I might have had too much in the load, so I put a small load in, and then I went to run a cycle and it was pumping and spinning instead of filling and washing. So I asked Chat again, and he was like, Chat was just like, it could be all this other stuff, which wasn't a crazy expensive fixed. And then I told my partner, he was like, well, you better have the warranty papers, me. I was like, okay. And I did. I had the receipts. So I got the receipt and I phoned Harvey Norman. I said, can you just tell me like what the warranty situation is on this machine? Because we've had it 2 years. Because I'm like, he bought it, so I don't know what the warranty was or if it was extended or whatever. And she said, yep, you've got 5 years on it. So I'll initiate a phone call from a technician. So we've got to wait for that phone call. And my partner's going to answer it because it's under his name. And so today we're taking the laundry to the laundromat. Gonna meet Corinne, go to the laundromat, spotlight, home, and set up. No, I've got to film the video first. Finish that video so that could go up today. I've just got to do the outro. And then we'll start setting up for website stuff. Okay, I've got to go now. Bye.
Done, done. Taking out the laundry, guys. That's what I
Said you don't need to talk.
Yeah, but I do.
Okay, press stop. So what do we do? Press the yellow button and start. Boom. Make your choice. Let's go 23. Does that cut?
We're pressing that little yellow button right there.
So we can find it, see if you can see it coming out. You gotta, it's 23.
You know what's 23 is? It is 23.
Let's see if it'll come out.
23. That bad boy, right?
Yeah, that one. Okay, here it comes.
Wait,
Don't miss it.
where is it?
Ta-da! We got it. Okay, and then we gotta go to this machine. Tap here. Wash. We want a big one. Ooh. Yeah, 14 kilos. Continue. Add to cart. Pay now. Skip. Pay now. Okay.
Tap and hold your card below.
And then we've got to go find washer number 3. Thank you. Okay, let's go find washer number 3.
Let's spread that.
1, 2, 3. Half an hour, Lisa.
Okay.
What do we put there?
Hey guys, look at me.
Ooh, we get 2.
Ooh, we get 2. That's nice.
I guess we only need 1.
What is that?
Set 1. Place pod into empty washing machine. Oh, goes in there.
Oh!
Did you get that? Check it in there. Place laundry in the washing machine and close the door. Alright. Check everything fits in there.
Okay, we're putting all the stuff in. Still
I
working
think
on
we
it.
could probably make it fit.
I didn't know it's number 3.
Number 3.
Washing machine.
Excellent. Yep, it's gonna fit.
Here we go.
Now close the door.
Close it. Make it all locked up. Let's just zoom in.
Okay. Make sure it's gonna start.
Please wait. 29 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta go to the supermarket.
Yep. Ooh. 29 minutes. Look at that little timer over there, bud.
Okay, you can press stop now.
Okay, see you in part 3.
Okay. Okay, go. Got it. Okay.
There's 1 more minute. Nearly done. Ooh, me. Can you see me? Got the laundry basket.
Oh, here we go.
Here it goes. Oh, look at that 1 minute.
No, I think it's gonna. Oh, machine process. It's gonna unlock. There we go.
Okay, let's open the bad boy up.
Oh, it's your mermaid towel.
Yeah. Let's get all of those wet clothes and heat them up and... Guys! Like how little like...
Yeah, they're a bit soft.
Yeah. Big bag, big
That's so heavy.
big bag, big bag.
Kelly, can you stop please?
One more. Big bag, big
One more than
bag,
Emma.
big bag, big Kelly, shush!
So I have a system, and when I bring all the stuff home, I unpack it out of my bags. Put this up here. And then when the bag is empty, I fold it up. And then over here, I have a bag where I put the bags in. And then when this bag is full, the one in the boot is usually empty. So I take this out to the boot, and then I'll have a load of groceries. Then I can start a new bag for inside. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We went to the shops. Then, no. Went to the laundromat, dropped off the clothes in the washer. Then I went next door to the supermarket. We got a few things. By the time we got back to the laundromat, the laundry was finished. Packed that up in the car, got home. Now when I got home, it was a mess. And I was really annoyed because this morning I'd done such a good job of, sorry about the focusing. Maybe if I come a little closer. It's because my ring light's on, because I thought they'd give me better light on my face so it's not so dark. Anyway, before we left this morning, I had vacuumed, I did all the dishes, and then when we came home, Sizzle Dog had decided to go through the rubbish. I'm looking at her because she's here. There she is. Naughty doggy. Sizzle. She doesn't care. Anyway, so there's rubbish everywhere and I had to quickly clean that up. And then I finished my outro for the hedgehog video. And so I'm just watching that through now. I'm going to watch it through while I put some clothes away from the last washes that I did at home. I've got half the wash in the dryer at the moment. You might be able to hear it, you might not. And then I just very quickly went to Spotlight to get the stuff. So I'm going to do a separate video for it, but I got every colour in the Polar Chenille. So I might even have that as like the thumbnail. New Polar Chenille at Spotlight, 50% off, all the things. So I got all that. And then I got some bright colours in the cotton that I didn't have. And oh, I got, okay, now I was telling you about, where is it now? This stuff that I got maybe a year or two ago. Tiny Treasures. And because it's so thin, I haven't been able to do anything with it. But I thought for my strips, this would be a perfect size to get the same size from the same amount of stitches, because it is quite thin. And it would be a sensory like one. So I'll do like one, there's 16. So you have 4 in cotton, 4 in acrylic, 4 in a chenille, and then 4 in something else because it's 4x4. What else do we have? I don't know. But anyway, we'll figure that out. And then I thought also we can do different stitches. So like a waffle stitch, a Suzette stitch, a plain stitch, something else. So that's for that. And so they had some new colors. The one I'm most excited about is this. This reminds me of like the flower power. So yeah, we're going to do up some of those. So otherwise I would probably never get that again. But it looks like seasonal every year. So we'll talk about that in the in the video about the yarn haul. So that's that. So I'm going to go put some laundry away while I listen through my videos. So I've just got to listen through on the hedgehog, make a thumbnail. I've already taken the photos for the thumbnail, like taken screenshots. I can make something else if I need to. And then we're making spaghetti for tea tonight. So I've got the mince thawing, which is taking forever. So I took this time lapse of me doing my thing in the kitchen and it's supposed to represent how I handle the ADHD, which is if I want to do other things while I'm cooking, I do not leave the kitchen. Otherwise, I'll forget that stuff is on the stove and get distracted with a bunch of stuff. So I'm not sure. I think this will be okay for my B-roll, but I might need to do it again and not on time lapse. I think this is a little too quick. Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. Just got out of bed, still in my PJs. I'll get dressed later, don't worry. I'm staying comfy. I just put the heater on too because it's cold. It's I think it's 19 degrees, so let's warm it up a little. Although yesterday it got hot in the afternoon. And I just watered my garden. I still have to give you an update on that, but we'll see how it goes. So today's plans is just to film the Spotlight haul video, which shouldn't take long. Sorry, I just had something in my teeth. And then right now, I'm going to show you the hallway before we do the photo area and the packing station for the website. So it's happening today. And I didn't show you yesterday, after we met Corinne, and Corinne was super lovely and she loved the horses. We went to Kmart just to have a look around, and I got these for my trolley because in my top drawer I have like tools, stationery, like my hot glue gun, hot glue sticks, stapler, anything that's like stationery. So I need to organize that. I don't think I'll organize it today, but we've got some trays. And then I haven't done any Lego yet. I haven't done my other sets. Hang on. Here's a latte. Say good morning. Good morning. There she is. Yo. Sizzle's here too. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done my other Lego sets, but I put them away. I know where they are. Frankie is also in here wandering around. And they had this on clearance for $8. So I couldn't say no. I would like to clear one of these. I would like to clear one of these shelves and have like all my little cute display stuff. But so we've got this exact same shelving unit in the middle of the girls' room. And I thought I should take that out and put it into the lounge room. And then I could put like a heap of boxes on top of it like this too. We've got to get rid of a fish tank out of there. And then we have a perfectly good TV that we could set up. So I'll go give you the tour of the stuff in the hallway. And I'll show you those areas that I'm trying to get cleaned up. And then instead of this in the middle of their room, I found some shelving at Kmart, but I didn't buy it yet. It's kind of expensive, kind of not. I'll put a picture here. And this is what I'm thinking for like trays where they can just take activities. And I'll have it so that I can swap the activities out, take a tray, put it on the table, play with it, put it back, pack it away, put it back. So just to make it easy to keep the room clean. So I want to get a bunch of those and then maybe even boxes that could go on top of those shelves. Or I don't know if I had a top, but anyway, they could contain extra activities that I can swap over. So yeah, I'm excited to make that. It's so pretty. Okay, let's go look at the areas finally. Here's a kitty who's yelling at me. So I cleaned up as in I mopped and I vacuumed. So this is where I did my inventory shoot. So I just put that quick backdrop of a blanket because actually this wall, Anthony's a painter and this is the state of our house. See, that's like, I think because we had the garage is on the other side of here. And we had the, and see, it says Dad's room. Lucy made that. So that's all she did for Daddy. And then we've got my wall, which is beautiful. So anyway, I think this is from, I think this is a test paint here. This is the old paint. This is when he originally painted everything white, but now he's decided he needs everything grey. And this is the foam board I got. So I got the two purple for the backdrop. And then when we clear all the crap off, so like in the inventory video, we just had the towel and the blanket. We're going to put this on top for the white. And so yeah, we just got to put all that crap away. This is actually my washcloths. My washcloths in there. So Pearly Beads that are Charlie's and some of her art. There's some art crap, some of the books that the girls collaged. Oh, I think Frankie wants to go outside. You want to go outside, Frank? Okay. Yes, yeah, well, we have to get you some buttons and you can bloody say outside. Bye-bye, enjoy. Watch out for Black Cat. Knock on the door when you want to come in. Okay, and then here is all my inventory in tubs to keep it clean. The bags are just some stuff we've got to put away, like tablecloths and all that, so that can go in a tub. And so I thought hopefully the 6-foot table, I don't think that'll fit there, but I've also got a 4-foot table there, so I'm thinking about putting the 6-foot outside, back outside. That's why it's all gungy, because I was using it as my potting up table. And we'll put the 4-foot here. All the tabs can go underneath for storage. I'll just put that chair in my craft room. And then the top of it can be the packing station. And then we've got all the props up here to put the things in where we take photos, some crap, and then some more storage, like where I put the little baby biddies and all that. And sorry, yep. This is a fish tank, which I've shut down. Dave actually chewed through the cord on the pump. Not when it was still going, I'd already emptied it and that. So this needs to be listed for free, because then we could actually get a shelving unit in there, or we could put this set up right next to the photography station. This is Anthony's crap, but I don't want to put it in my room and he doesn't want it in his room. Anthony's crap. So yeah, I'll set up a tripod when I'm ready to do it, probably after I get dressed, because I'll film that other video first about the spotlight haul, and then we'll get into it. This is, Anthony calls me a hoarder, but he got this Christmas tree from some old lady who didn't want it, and he doesn't want it, and now we have to dispose of it. So also, free, take it away. Ta-da! All nice and clean. All right, time to set this thing up. So I'm just going to put the white down the bottom, make sure the barcode's on the back, and I just slipped it over the edge, and I did crease it because I thought that's all I really need. And because that front's sticking up, I went and got some blue tack, and I just tacked it down in the front, and then I really hard creased it at the back so it would stay down. Next, I just tested out the foam board to see how it was going to go as the backdrop there. I was able to butt the seam up against each other, and I just laid it on top of that white just that little bit. That's how the photographers do it. So we're just going to tack it on with my thumbtack thingies. What do you call them? Pins? Wall pins? And then I thought if I'm taking them out of the packet, then I may as well put them in the little storage container. So I opened that back up and stuck them in there, and they can go in the stationery drawer later. So the foam board was big enough to go beyond the white cardboard all the way to each edge of the brown table there. So just popping those on, and then we're going to be ready to roll. Okay, I think that's pretty good. You can see some lumpies where that is, but I'm hoping there's probably an AI program to blend that out. You can see a bump there. The main photo is going to be like that. So I set this up first so that we can take some photos of the yarn all together. So let's do that. Our first photo shoot is going to be all of the polar chenille together. So I've got one of every colour, and I'm going to turn them this way so we can see all the colours, and I'm going to put one in the front so we can see the label. How cute is this new bag? This will be for the thumbnail. Cute little pyramid. Here's our finished photo, and it looks pretty good. Frankie just knocked on the door and came inside. I didn't get to show you, but she just scratches at the door. And the dog's back, and then I let her inside. Okay, so next we're gonna do one for the Tiny Treasures yarn, because those are the two newest yarns to make it interesting. Right, look at this color. They didn't have, I got the ones that they didn't have last year, because I still got the ones that I originally bought. There's a tripod here. Okay. Yeah, the photo came out pretty good. If I just keep that flat, you don't see the seam too much. Photo looks like that. Alright, I'm very, very pleased with that setup. I think the photos came out really good. So yeah, I just took photos of those two for the thumbnail, and I'll take another photo of me with the yarn sometime during the video. I normally just screenshot something, like a frame where I'm holding something. I might be holding like a different yarn. I've got a mandala that I'm making that blanket with that I uncovered. So maybe we'll do a little piece so that can be the main photo, and then I have the other two yarns and their name. But spotlight hauls are pretty good videos to make, because not many people do them, because it's an Australian only thing. So if you search spotlight haul, I'm one of the first videos for my last haul, so yay. Now I'm gonna go get dressed, and then I want to pop down to Spotlight real quick. It's not even 9 o'clock. How good am I? Yeah, that's right. And actually today I want to do a couple of hours on the tax, because we're past the due date now. I was doing the 2 years tax at the same time, and I have been very good, and my most recent receipts I've been putting into my book. I'll just show you. Here we are. So I just got a book. This is Beck's Tax, and then I found a bunch of receipts just in my little box on my desk. And so this was May 2025, and so I've just done date, description, the price, and the description is just what it was. So it was like fake for beads. This was like all my stuff for the silicone beads, how much it was, and then that's where I figured out what is it per bead, and then that's all the dates there. And then I have just paper clipped all the receipts here, and then that way, because a real problem with keeping your receipts is that they fade in the sunlight. So hopefully keeping it in the book, then it won't fade, and then I can just to the accountant. So yeah, that's all we need to do. So after I go to Spotlight and I film the video, I will just pop those receipts in. I just rule up each month, super easy, just like that. Date, description, what it was, and there's 2 pages worth. But I don't spend that much per month. But I did put a Temu order in for July, which is, what did I get? Oh, I got a heap of focal beads for the silicones. So because I have, like when you go into Temu, you just press on the order, like I think it says like me, my orders, and then show more information, and then you click on receipt and it gives you the date that you ordered. And so because I already have that digital receipt, I can just write that down. I don't print those out, I just keep them on Temu because it's all in your account, all online. But the paper receipts, I pop them in here as we go so we don't get behind again. And then at the end of the month, we'll do a profit and loss page. And yeah, you can just hand that whole book to your accountant and they can have a good time. We've got the dogs here. What are you doing, David? What are you doing? Are you okay? You okay, little puppy? Stay out of my bags. Yeah, so I just want to pop down the spotlight because I forgot the freaking buttons. So I gotta wait till 9, but I'll go get dressed, I'll do my hair, and then it should be 9 o'clock by then. And yeah, I'll just grab those buttons. So after I do the video, after I do a couple of hours tax, I'll put some buttons on my strips. Okay, see you soon. One last thing. I got a little cuddle puddle. Aren't they so sweet? You're a cutie. Oh, here's Lucy. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. Got my light on. Yesterday when I was filming the yarn haul, the light died. I think it overheats and then it just shuts off. So it's midday today. I've gone and done some gardening. I'll have to show you some of my garden. I've been making like a little turf patch where I've been growing grass and like little grass mats and then peeling it off and then putting it on the ground. And then I just tidied up outside, rearranged some of my stuff, put all the put all my seedling trays out, all that kind of stuff. And then this morning I woke up super early, like 3 a.m. early. And then I was on Pinterest, and I think even the day before yesterday I was on Pinterest and I was looking at like crochet phone covers, but I noticed there's no patterns. I found a couple of YouTube shorts where people are actually making it, so I just decided to make my own. So originally I started off with like a tapestry crochet, so this is like the face of it. But I don't like how it gets all muddled up. Like here is supposed to be green and you can't really see it with the color changes. So I gave up on this, and then I decided I'm just going to do it all in single crochet. And then if you pull these apart, it's hard to see, you can actually cross stitch on top. There's like, it makes a little box, little square, and then you could cross stitch there. So this is going to be a little gummy bear. I'll show you the photo. Oh my gosh, these dogs. Or it's like a it's from Bracelet Book, a little Care Bear. Oh, sizzled up. Yeah, so I thought I can do that in all different colors. And instead of doing like all this bit in here, I'm just going to make him all green and like all light green where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to get my Cricut out and I'm going to cut the little clover that should go on the green one, and so on and so forth. And so yes, I'm going to cross stitch on top. So I've been busy making a phone case. So this is for the phone that I'm recording on now, and it went really well. So I just like counted how many across, which I think was 16. Then I went up, and then I just went here to fit that. This is a chain, and then in the back loop I did half double crochets. These will need to be like glued down like that all the way around. And so same for the button. Oh, actually I slip stitched, that's right. When I finished this front part, I slip stitched so I could do the back loop only. And then for the buttons, I just chained over and then started double crocheting. And then we did these ones. So when I glue it down, I'll glue down from the bottom to the top, because this is the bit that has the most stretch. And I stuffed up these buttons because I was like, oh, it's just the 2 sound buttons, but no, I missed that one. And that's not even in the right place. I don't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, I did that one, and then I should have done 2 more. And so it's just 3 chain with 1 in between. But anyway, I'm going to leave it like that because I don't know, I need to get some, this case was like $50. So I'm just going to get some Kmart ones so we can, and I've sort of got the recipe now. I can make blank things, blank covers. I just got to fix up this part. But yeah, I just want to do the cross stitch on here. Can you see it a bit better? Here we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and that's going to be your X. And I'm making like a little short video, so you might even see the short because it's Wednesday. You'll probably see the short before you see this video. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cross stitch that now and see how it goes. Hello friends, it's actually Monday again, which is the day I'm uploading. I'm just going through last week's vlog video and I realized I just abruptly cut off and didn't finish what I was doing. And I think that's because it did take me quite some time to finish the phone case. So I did get the short up, and I'm sure you might have already seen that. I did take footage to do a video as well as a bit of a how-to tutorial, just showing the process with longer clips in it. But this is the finished case. I think it's so cute. Something happened here that it wasn't quite right according to the chart. I'm not sure. But because when you do that back and forth, the X's don't exactly line up. Like, they look pretty good, but then see, this one is a little outside of its square. And I think the Cricut thing turned out pretty good. I want to get a template so I can cut that with my Cricut because it did overlap a little bit. But this hides all the messy of the back of this, so you don't have to weave in ends or anything like that. So, yeah, I was like, because of this back and forth, it doesn't quite line up. And so I experimented with just going one way, because when you do your amigurumi, because you're going in a spiral, it's always facing the same way. So I am going to try one this week where you just face the same way, and I just put a few stitches on top and it's much better. Like you can see here, you can see those X's much better. So yeah, every row you start here, go across and finish off. I don't think that's going to be a big deal, because when you go around with the slip stitches, that will hide that. All those ends go in the back. You don't have to weave them in, you just tie them off, cut them short, and they get hidden by this here. So I think that might be fun to work on this week. So I thought I would just finish up this segment. And I'm having a bit of a mental health day today, so I'm just cleaning the house, getting things ready. The washing machine guy is supposed to come today, so yeah, I'm going to start this week's vlog, but I wanted to finish up here, so I'll see you guys again next week. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see, and check out these other videos.